I still prefer adding fuel to the fire. You refuse the toast, yet you still want the wine? Let the enemy strike first, and then take them by surprise. Better to make no move than wait for your move. Think thrice, act wise, though oft twice shall suffice. Turn up the heat. Needs a little more heat. Let's add more seasoning. My back. It's just a tweener massage. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave? I'm sorry, General. I cannot rest until my wish is fulfilled. Thank you for your generosity. A slow simmer over low heat, or a quick stir-fry over high heat? I am not from a military background, nor do I seek military success. Oh, this should be spent wisely. Why keep such good things so hidden? Good fortune should be shared. It's better to use your brain and save your strength. Not bad. It could even use some more intensity. This place is dangerous. Advance with caution. Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface. It's nice to meet you. I am Jiaoqiu, the Yao Qing's military healer under the command of Fei Xiao, the Merlin's Claw. I suppose I'm also her advisor. What should you call me? Jiao for short, or Cho perhaps? I guess we're only saving ourselves one syllable either way. Why are you getting so skinny these days? Shall we eat to live or live to eat? I know. Let's go for some hot pot. What? Not even a farewell dinner? Don't worry. I promise next time the hot pot won't be too spicy. Though my medical expertise is derived from the culinary rangeux tradition, it has become a discipline in its own right. After all, the Yao Qing's traditional culinary medicine didn't make use of tools such as the 9-square grid. No matter how many times I say it, people always forget. Cooking is medicine, and making medicine is cooking. Using food to treat the sick is my specialty. As the saying goes, a chef who doesn't want to be a healer isn't worth his salt. Or pepper, for that matter. Attacking with fire will allow you to break camp. An intelligent move. Attacking with water will allow you to consolidate. A strong tactic. With fire and water together, the enemy will be turned to stew. Much like the one bubbling in front of us. There are 4 things I won't eat. I don't eat plain soup because it's boring. I don't eat anything lacking spice because it's uninteresting. I don't eat yuanyang hot pot because it's impure. And I don't eat coriander because it's bad for the stomach. But of course, if someone else is treating me to a meal, I can make an exception. I've never had any hobbies in my life besides spicy food. When I eat spicy food, I feel not only pain, but also joy and comfort. It makes me feel like I'm still alive. Bandit in life, death in vain. Fox in shadow, rabbit in plain. Mighty reigns, justice wanes. Epochs of heroes' blood in our veins. Never mind any of that. I was just talking to myself. There are many ways to cook hot pot, but I've always thought that chili peppers were the essential ingredient. A mouthful of spicy goodness, that's what satisfies. If it were not for this, life would have no flavor at all. In the not-too-distant ancient times, people didn't care much about their own lives, let alone the lives of others. The history behind the idea that life is precious, in fact, is very short. General Fei Xiao is my benefactor and patient. A doctor's life belongs to his patient. I cannot leave this world before she's cured. My duty is to heal the general, and Moza's duty is to suppress her eagerness. That's why I'm in charge of cooking and medicine, and Moza handles all the dirty work. You see? Neither of us can slack off. How much of that smile of his is genuine? How much of it is hiding something? Every time I see him, I can't help but wonder. Of course, this isn't his problem. It's mine. In the entire alliance, Whitten is the most inscrutable of the generals. I've worked with him on more than a few occasions, but I can never seem to figure him out. When I first met Su Sheng, she was still in Su Yi's arms, sucking her thumb. It feels like it was just yesterday when I was helping her skip classes and being scolded by Su Yi. I'm getting old. I didn't expect to see someone his age still using a sword as a toy. From generation to generation, it seems some things never change. Miss Yun Li may be the second youngest member of the Flame Wheel Octet, but she is no less a swordmaster than the other 7. Some might suspect her of benefiting from her connection to Huayan, but she could not have endured such rigor and refinement if she were not a valuable talent in her own right. Anyone who says the Master Diviner is eccentric should pay a visit to her homeworld, the Xianzhou Yuchue. That's the heartland of the followers of the Wisdom Walker. I'm guessing every conversation on the Yuchue is some permutation of he knows that you know that I know that he knows. Like Helmmaster Yukong after the war 30 years ago. I've grown weary of fighting. I hope that she actually enjoys the art of medicine, and that it's not just a responsibility imposed on her. But that seems to be a predicament most Vidyadhara have to grapple with. Head of the Alchemy Commission is not a position that can be filled with just a handful of good medical skills. Even with the right skills, filling the position and holding it are two entirely different matters. Gui Naifen might not realize it, but by living her life like a roaring fire, she also illuminates the lives of others. Like the little flame under a hot pot. Those two sisters epitomize the failures of the Xianzhou Alliance. No one can live well, and no one can die well. If even death is a luxury, then what kind of monsters have we become? To merely be alive is not the goal. Still not spicy enough. Keep turning up the heat. A familiar sense of security. It burns from the inside out. I hope that with this, I can help more people live better lives. With your skills, we'll get out of this in one piece. Right? Never imagined that in this life I would be fighting alongside the divine foresight himself. Such a great ancestral treasure is wielded by your hands? Impressive, Su Sheng. Safety first, Yanqing. If anything happens to you, I'll never be able to face General Jingyuan. Miss Yun Li, it's dangerous here. Just keep your distance, all right? I'm gonna call your grandfather over. Dragon Lady, here's some candy for you. Keep it safe and keep it secret. I'll fan the flames. You sneak in from the shadows. General, seems like I can't change your mind about this battle no matter what I say. Maybe we should save our talk for after. Show me your skills, Ling Sha.